Good day, my lovely students. You're welcome to class, which happens to be our first class for the term. And for this class, we shall be taking a critical review of one of the genres of literature, which is poetry. Last term, we took a panoramic review of drama, taking it straight to what drama entails, the history of drama, which can be traced to the Greek city-state of Athens, and literary scholars like Sophocles, Aeschylus, Euripides, we studied them. But for this term, we shall be looking at poetry, what poetry is about. But for today, we shall be taking a detailed review of poetry as a genre of literature. Poetry, like we know, have various literary scholars giving their subjective definition as to what poetry entails. But for the constraint of time and space, we shall be taking two of these scholars, their definition of what poetry is about. One of such is Dutch Barbelt, and we'll also be looking at William Wordsworth's definition of what poetry is about. According to Dutch Barbelt, it says poetry can be defined as the art which uses words, both speech and song, to reveal the realities that the senses record, the feelings salute, the mood perceives, and the imagination renders as well. Then, according to William Wordsworth, he defines poetry as the imaginative expressions of some strong feeling, usually rhythmical, which can be spontaneous overflow of our subjective feelings at that material point in time. Okay, so we, in this particular lecture also, outside the definitions, we'll be looking at some types of poems. You know, we have various types of poems. What? We'll be looking at few of these in this particular lecture for today. One of such is lyric, and lyric, like we know, is a short musical poem which originated from ancient Greece. Greece is always the center of literary work. It was originally sung by a person who was known as the minstrel. And this particular poem is sung to the accompaniment of an instrument called the lyre. So outside the lyric, we shall be discussing poems like ode, what some of you call ode, is actually pronounced as ode. Then we'll be looking at ballad, we'll be looking at elegy, we'll be looking at epic, and we'll also be looking at sonnets. Okay? So at the end of this class, it is expected that we'll be able, as students, understand the nitty-gritty of what poetry is about. We'll also be able to give the peculiarities, understand the peculiarities of poetry, what makes it unique and what makes it different from other genres of literature. Okay, so it's my belief that we're going to engage ourselves, because I've been able to create a chat forum where you can engage me. You have questions outside the notes and question section, which you can use to ask salient questions that we're going to provide answers to. You can also avail yourselves the opportunity of using the chat room, so I'll be able to have a robust academic discourse at the end of the day. Thank you.